Hello there, Capricorn. Thank you for stopping by for your video tarot forecast for the week of July 13th through the 19th. I am using my Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg once again, and so on Monday, Capricorn, what you have coming up with is the Queen of Clubs. And so I feel like there's something going on where you have some kind of creative project, that you're going to be working on with somebody else. And what's coming in is that you are more playing the role of the mentor or the leader in this creative project. So you're kind of the sounding board, you're the go-to person as far as getting ideas about actually getting this project rolling. I feel like you are heavily invested in this project, but it's also very much has the feeling of, like I said, of you being more the mentor, like you're teaching somebody else how to do something, passing along some skills or a trade to somebody else. Yeah, on Monday. So that's what it looks like there, Capricorn. And then on Tuesday, Capricorn, what we have showing up for you is we have the star. And what I'm feeling is just kind of feeling out of touch on Tuesday because the star is in reverse. So this is kind of telling me that you are not feeling really balanced. You're having a hard time really tapping into what does Spirit say about this and what do I feel about this, and into what the reality really is. There's some kind of illusion sort of lurking around, but it's not so much the illusion of that anybody is creating an illusion around you as much as it's the illusion of you're having a hard time grasping what's going on. There's something that has you a little bit off balance as you're looking at things. And so this is really a card of talking about just kind of feeling out of it. And it's not that you're in this situation on Tuesday, Capricorn, where you feel like you know what's all's going on. It feels like you feel very disoriented yourself on Tuesday. This is the kind of feeling that, like I've actually had this card come up for myself one day whenever I was taking cold medicine. We all know what cold medicine does to our brains. It's wonderful. We don't have to blow our nose every 3 seconds. But our brains are definitely not in high gear. So this is kind of like that. It's kind of like being out of touch in that type of way. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have any medicine in the mix, but it's just talking about that feeling of not necessarily walking in your own life on that day. So that's Tuesday, Capricorn. Wednesday, what we have showing up is we have the 5 of Clubs in reverse. 5 of Clubs in reverse is just telling me that you have some people around you that things are very competitive, that you guys are trying to come up with ideas. This feels very much like, I was going to say work related, but it wouldn't have to be work, I guess. But this is where people are all trying to come up with good ideas to get some different things done. And it's a competitive situation instead of being a cooperative situation. And so with seeing that on Wednesday, with the card coming in reverse like that, that's just basically saying that if you have the opportunity to get yourself out of that situation that's turned competitive instead of cooperative, you want to try to do that, because otherwise you're going to be expending a whole lot of energy and just, you know, having your wheels stuck in the mud, not being able to get very far forward on any project that you're working on in this type of situation. Okay? Now Thursday, what we have coming up for you Capricorns is we have the 6 of Swords in reverse. 6 of Swords in reverse to me talks about a lifestyle change. And when I say lifestyle change, we're talking about something so that you're going to be more healthy and have a higher quality of life and probably also a longer life. So this can be something like exercising more, eating healthier, smoking less, drinking less. Anything like that could be considered a lifestyle change whenever it comes up as something on this card. I've seen it come up for people cutting gluten out of their diet. You know, all kinds of stuff. Anything that makes you healthier and that is going to be an ongoing thing qualifies for what this card could be talking about on Thursday for you Capricorn. Now Friday, we have the 7 of Swords showing up. And to me, the 7 of Swords is showing that there's a goal or a target that you've actually achieved. And it was something that you did have to battle for, and that now you have achieved that. And what's going on now in this card is that you're kind of going around and picking up all the resources that kind of got scattered along the way, whether they got scattered by you or by somebody else. And you're coming into a place of regroup. It's like, okay, so I've met this goal. Now Where do I go from here? What's the next goal that I want to set for myself? That's kind of what I see going on this card on Friday. Now Saturday, Capricorns. You have the Queen of Swords showing up, and I feel like this is somebody in your life that you're going to be interacting with on Saturday. Queen of Swords is synonymous to Queen of Sorrows. This can be somebody who's actually widowed or lost a child. This is somebody who can be grieving. Now, she's very logical minded. What's interesting about the Queen of Swords is she can come up as being very logical minded, a great business person. She can think very clearly and get things logicked out very, very easily. But the other thing is that she can come up as being very emotional too. So that's kind of the flip side. So she can come in either way. But I'm feeling like when you see her on Saturday, she is somebody who's normally a very good businesswoman. She's normally able to set goals and follow through with them and everything like that. But she is feeling a little bit blue all the way to very depressed, just kind of depending on the situation. So different levels of blueness for you Capricorns that are running into the Queen of Swords on Saturday. What I'm hearing is that for some of you, this person that you're running into is dealing with fresh grief. I don't know that that's an actual official term to say fresh grief, but I know that when I was grieving for my significant other, there's definitely a difference in being fresh in it and having some time go by to where you have a little bit of space in between that time where the person passed away. But so for some of you, this is fresh. In other words, this person lost someone not that long ago, maybe within the past 3 to 6 to 9 months to a year. But they're still in a very fresh place. They're still very raw. So just about anything can trigger a memory. Just about anything can trigger a feeling. Just about anything can trigger a crying jag, is basically what I'm saying here. So you're dealing with somebody who's in a really tender place. And so as you are interacting with them on Saturday, it's just a good idea to remember that and to be considerate of where they are. And what I'm hearing is don't try to push them. And I'm getting that in a couple of ways. I feel like some of you Capricorns are going to be kind of tempted to push these people who are not feeling happy yet, to push them into feeling happy, to push them into letting this thing go. Letting this grief go and just moving forward and realizing that they're here and just be happy that they're still alive. And what I'm hearing Spirit advise is don't push that. That's just, having been in that situation, I can tell you that's like the worst thing you could do to somebody who's grieving. People all have their own pace and they all have their own form of grief. And we kind of go into grief in our own organic way, and we come out of it in our own organic way. And if you try to muck with somebody as they're trying to find their way through this, what you end up doing is delaying them or setting them back. The best thing you can do is just be supportive and be there for them. Which is, I'm kind of getting off on a grief tangent here, but not every Queen of Swords that you guys are running into on Saturday is actually grieving. But I am hearing that some of them are in fresh grief. And for those that are in fresh grief or even old grief, don't push them to be happy. Let them be where they are. They'll get there when it's time. The other thing that I'm hearing is don't push them either to move forward when they're not ready to move forward. So for instance, say that we've got somebody that's in fresh grief because she just lost her husband. To push that person forward and into pretending like they're moving forward when they're really not ready for it, just creates more dilemmas for them, because then they have to have on this false front all the time, and they're already just doing a lot of work to deal with their own emotions, much less add to that the effort of putting on that false front. So anyway, now the other thing that I'm getting too, Queen of Swords typically talks about a female. Some of you are going to be running into males who are grieving, is what I'm hearing. I'm not even hearing sad or blue, but who are grieving on Saturday. And so sort of the same rules basically apply for them. Be considerate of where they are emotionally and don't try to push them into places that they're not, or try to push them forward when they're just not ready to be there. Okay, so Capricorns, that's Saturday. Gosh, didn't we just have somebody have a Saturday like that last week? I hope that wasn't you guys again. Okay, so Sunday we have the Six of Clubs showing up in reverse, Capricorn. So Six of Clubs in reverse just tells me that on Sunday there's some kind of project that you're working on, and this project is one that not only will benefit you upon its completion, but it will also benefit other people as well. And so I don't see that it's actually completed on Sunday, but I do see you putting in a significant amount of time or effort into this project on Sunday. So that is your week, Capricorns. For those of you who would like to schedule a private session with me, feel free to check out my website. I'm at amista.info, amista.info. Once you've looked around there and figured out which service I offer is the best one for you, go ahead and get in touch with me and we will schedule you something as quickly as possible. Normally I do have a pretty decent wait list, but right now my waiting list is a little bit shorter than it has been. So this is a good time to get a reading and get in as pretty quickly, and all of that good stuff. So thank you everybody for stopping by and watching. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I'll see you back here next week. Peace out.